welcome to the next episode of The Guardian Spot, where I will be interviewing Ivan Mallett, SGA president. We've got a lot of really important questions for you today. I want you to know that this is a space where you can feel vulnerable and you can really open up. Don't be afraid to do that. So I want you to really express yourself. And my first question for you is, what are your thoughts on parking here at Wright State?
Thoughts on parking here at Wright State? Well, I never have a problem with parking here at Wright State. I also get here at around 7:30, 8 in the morning. So yeah, if you want a good parking spot, you just got to get here early.
Okay, so you don't have problems. Interesting. This is a very controversial topic, but I'm going to ask you, does pineapple belong on pizza?
I am a big advocate for pineapple on pizza. I'm sorry if that made me lose some supporters. I probably just gained a few more supporters at the same time, though, so I'm willing to take that loss.
Interesting. What is one of your biggest pet peeves?
Biggest pet peeves? People that drive slow in the left lane. No.
People that drive slow in the left lane, how often does that happen to you?
Too frequently.
Too frequently.
Too frequently.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the Guardian's editor-in-chief, Sara Cavender?
The Guardian always has great leadership.
Is that all you have to say?
Yes.
Okay. Do you sleep with your socks on?
Not usually.
No.
Not usually, no.
Because I remember last year, Daniel Palmer said that he sleeps with his socks on, and that kind of got some interesting feedback. People don't really like hearing that, so...
I don't recall Daniel saying that, but...
I mean, we have it on tape.
He looks like someone who wears socks to bed. Well, I mean, your feet do get cold when you have low blood pressure.
Here's the problem with
Daniel. You
Daniel.
did say that. Yeah. You tell us,
well,
yeah.
They were probably dress socks.
Okay. In his sleep,
Yeah.
he wears dress socks. Interesting.
Did you ever
Very
see him not wearing a suit?
No.
There you go.
There you go. He sleeps in a suit. You heard it here first. Please tell the viewers an embarrassing story about yourself.
I was not prepared for this. This is my embarrassing story.
This interview is your
Yes,
embarrassing
this is
story.
it.
You really don't have another embarrassing story.
I don't know, when I was like probably 14, 15, I sat on a cactus. It happened just like those cartoon movies where like you sit down and then as soon as those pricks hit you, you're like...
Did you fly 10 feet up into the air?
It was close to 10 feet. I don't think we measured, but it was pretty close.
Interesting. One last question before we get into the serious stuff. If you had a choice, would you rather have one nipple or two, or wait, what's the would you rather question? I don't remember right now. Okay, we're cutting that out because I don't remember the second half of the question.
Wow. Thank God.
Thank God. Okay. Also, I've heard some people in the hallways, this was mostly last year, some people talking about SGA in the halls, and I've heard a lot of people who just want to know what the SGA president does. They're just not sure.
Well, a lot of my job entails, working with the rest of SGA, who is supposed to, take in your concerns, your issues, and then they kind of get relayed back to me and Adrian and the rest of the executive board over at SGA. And we take those problems to the administrators at the university and try to get them solved. So one example I'll give you is the parking thing. I know I gave a silly answer earlier, but over the last 12 months, we've gotten almost 200 spots converted from faculty to student spots at Wright State. So, just little things like that we have influence on. A lot of times administrators wouldn't know that students have problems unless someone's there to tell them. So we're that someone.
That's very awesome. That's great. How do you plan to make Wright State great again during your reign as SGA president?
Well, I'm not necessarily sure I would use that terminology, but one thing that we're working on again is that campus engagement project, that building an independent rec facility. I'm working on putting together a student committee, basically a student advisory board for that.
Okay.
So we're going to use that student advisory board to, help guide the project, in the rest of the process.
Okay, so follow-up question. A lot of people have very mixed feelings about that. Why do you think that that's necessary? What would you say to sway people?
So to sway people on why the independent rec facility is necessary, I think it's, a big competitive edge that we would have. Wright State, obviously for a number of reasons, we've lost students over the last few semesters. So one way to start trying to make ourselves appealing to new students, prospective students, would be to offer similar amenities as larger universities.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, Ohio State has a larger outdoor recreation space than we have in total recreation space.
Mm-hmm.
So just being able to put ourselves, obviously nowhere near the Ohio State level because we don't have 45,000 students,
Mm-hmm.
but being able to put ourselves on a competitive edge for a comparable university, I think is a great first step to make us more appealing for prospective students.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to add that I didn't ask you about?
The other thing that
Well, that's all the time we've got. Thank you for watching.